Oh, that was excellent, Louise. I'll keep that between us. Anyway, here I am with Louise Harrison, who is, well, she's not from these parts, as you will find out, but she's very much part of these parts, as you will find out. And so, what we need to do now is say, hello, Louise. Hello, Louise.
Hello, Mike.
Great to see you. Great to see you.
And you, Mike. And you.
Well, how did you? Well, this is a question I always ask. How did you decide to pitch up in this corner of paradise?
It's a funny story. So I came actually originally down here in 1999, so it's been quite a while I've been here. Originally to France up near Golfe-Juan, and I came down following a job. Basically, I'd been nearly 10 years in Scandinavia before that in Finland. And I was frankly getting fed up of the winters, not so much the cold, but the darkness. And then, yeah, I just got the inspiration to come here. And 6 months later, after having a pretty tough winter there, I was here setting up in August 99. And yeah, that's how it happened. I had a job originally in Sophia Antipolis, at the famous Amadeus, where a lot of people around here work. And but then there were a lot of people sort of booted out a couple of years later after 9/11. So I ended up in Monaco. I just ended up working here, and at the time it wasn't as exorbitant as it is now to live here. So after a couple of years of doing a very long commute, I ended up living here.
Wow. Well, that explains that. But you're very much part of the adventure scene. Can I put it that way? You do a lot of activities in and around Monaco. How did you get yourself involved in these things?
It's like everything. My favorite saying is something that Louis Pasteur said, which is roughly translated as chance favors the prepared mind. In other words, jump on the opportunities when they come along. And that's basically everything that's happened. There's been opportunities that have just come my way, and I've been daft enough to say yes to them. So, yeah, I mean, I was working for some years on the submarine scene. So I was working with
Submarine.
a wonderful American company called Triton Submarines. I'm still involved with the submarine scene to some extent. Um, so yeah, I got to be involved in dives all over the world. I did a little TED talk about that here in Monaco. Um, One of these basic ideas from that was just that when people look at the ocean, they just see this flat thing and they don't think about what's underneath has been really a part of the world, which I think is part of the problem with why it's difficult to protect the ocean. So I was very much involved in trying to change the mentality about that so people actually consider down there as a part of their world. Heavily involved in all kinds of eco projects. Then I did a stint working on projects in West Africa and in Turkey and in the States. So there's been quite a lot of travel over the years, but Monaco's been my full-time base now for over 20 years.
Wow, absolutely amazing. I do remember the submarine thing. So that's still going.
Yeah, I don't work for Triton anymore, but I do still consult from time to time. And I was lucky enough last year to go to a wonderful, it was a meetup for all the people involved in the submarine scene. This is personal subs, by the way, not military subs, but all the sort of explorer people from all over the world met in Oslo last year. So I was lucky enough to go and hang out with them, and that was pretty amazing.
Well, I consider that action and adventure. It's something I applaud anybody who does that. I think you're in the right place for it, curiously enough, because, well,
Kind of, yeah, kind of. There's certainly, thank heavens, it's one of the big reasons why I like Monaco is I know a lot of people just see it as being this place for the F1 and glitz and glamour and so on, but there's actually a totally different side of it that a lot of people don't see here. It's not all people flashing cash and so on. There's a heavy, heavy interest, and unfortunately led by Prince Albert in the environment. They're doing massive infrastructure projects here to clean things up and to go green. I think we're going to be completely carbon neutral here in about like 10, 15 years. Um, I had a funny moment actually during lockdown because I had the idea to go sort of off grid and have a solar system here, only to find out that actually all of our electricity here in Monaco is already renewables. So yeah, there's that side of it. It's really, really cool.
That's
And you can
true.
find quite
I
a few
didn't know that.
like-minded people here. Yeah, yeah, it's cool.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Oh, yeah. You see, that's really interesting. Now I've got to go on to the other subject, which is I know you're an excellent entertainer, a singer, and you used to
Well,
sing. Well, you are. And you used to sing with Alicia and Colette and people like that, and providing great entertainment and Star Deck, which existed in the time. So you found time to do that. So, what
yeah.
brought you into singing? How come you sing so well?
Wow. So well. But the singing thing goes way back to my childhood, actually. My father's a folk musician back in the UK. So I've
Okay.
grown up and around music. It's been very much a part of my life, all my life. So I was a little girl playing violin at the back of the stage in my teens with my dad's band and things like that. But the singing only really started at university. I started writing songs. Then when I was in Finland, I got involved in the house music scene for quite a while. Released a few small records in the 1990s, and then ended up moving down here. And that's the only bad side. I mean, I love traveling, and I love moving to new places. But the only negative side was that all the contacts from the music scene were gone, so I had to start again. But I was again lucky enough to meet some great people. Back when I lived up the other end of the coast, I was working with some DJs, did a few more releases. But then kind of work gets in the way. This is the only problem that, it's a really tough thing. I have huge admiration for people who become full-time musicians because it's a huge sacrifice. They very rarely make big money. They are gigging all the time. They're working super, super hard. Um, I I don't know if it's a lack of self-confidence or just practicality, but I could never completely give myself over to that because I guess it, I couldn't afford to either. But I tried to keep things going in the background. I was indeed lucky enough to sing with the Lib Day Darlings for a little while there, pre-COVID. But then during COVID, I was kind of hiding away. Um, it's taken me some time to sort of come back to the social scene after all of that. I think if you're a natural introvert like I am, then it takes you some time to flex that social muscle again. But I didn't go immediately back into doing singing sort of publicly. But what I did do is I got really interested in AI,
Oh,
which is going to lead into what I'm going to mention. I've been writing a lot of songs over a lot of years. I've written about 60 or 70 songs since my university days. And I've done, apart from doing a few of my own releases, I did write for a few other people. It's a couple of artists, one in Scandinavia and one in Montreal in Canada, that I started writing with big time. Um, but the projects never really went anywhere. So I had all of this material and all of these songs just sitting there doing nothing. So when AI came along, I thought, well, hang on a minute. Instead of shelling out thousands to have some studio time, I could maybe start to record these myself. Um, the unfortunate thing is that it's not quite there yet in that you can input your own singing. So I've had to be content in the meantime to basically put my songs into AI and have AI sing them, which is what I've been doing. And thanks to the wonders of technology, I've now got my first album out, which hit Apple Music last week, and all the other major platforms and whatnot. And we even have a pop video already, which is also created with AI, with a wonderful contact in Germany who's put that together for us. So I know a lot of people have got a lot against AI, and I get that. And there's a lot of AI slop out there with just really badly generated things. But if you take the time to understand the tools, I think it kind of democratizes music in that anybody can create music now. I think you have to be careful to make sure that you don't just automate everything and just chuck out any kind of rubbish, but you can input lyrics and structure and production and so on, so that you can actually just, it's like having a session musician in a studio at your beck and call. So it's kind of cool.
Well, I've had this sort of thing for years anyway, in different forms. It's
Yeah.
just grown and grown. And when you looked at old recording studios, you had their old sound deck. Now you just do that on a small machine.
Do it on your phone
You can
even.
carry
That's the
it with
crazy
you.
thing.
You know, it's amazing. So what genre? Tell me about the genre of this album.
It's kind of loungy. Um, I didn't, when I went into it, I wasn't quite sure exactly what kind of a feeling I wanted. It's female vocal stuff, of course, because that's what I've generally written
Obviously.
for. But it's kind of loungy, a little bit jazzy, very laid back. Music to relax to. I guess it's kind of a reflection of my feeling about the Côte d'Azur, especially in the summer as well, that, it's not all raves and parties anymore, especially at my age. It's certainly not. So I also made music that I guess I kind of like to listen to as well. And the songs that I've written in the past seem to lend themselves to that. So here we are.
Oh, and well, where can people find this music? How can they listen to it? Can I
Well,
give them a
it's
link?
on all major platforms. Yeah, I can give you a link. It's on all major platforms, Apple Music, etc. The name of the group, as it were, even though it's just me and a bunch of AI singers, is called Little City.
All
After
right.
Monaco. Monaco's a little city, so the group's called Little City. And the first album's called Little City as well. And yeah, it's on all major platforms. And as I said, I got to meet this amazing German AI creator who has
Uh, a non-AI generated glitch.
glitch. Yeah, I think there was a glitch in the matrix on that one there. Sorry about that, Mike.
No, it's not a problem. It shows we're all human. Well, it shows IT is always going to
Sort
be
of.
IT.
I was going to say maybe this is AI's revenge, but anyway. Yeah, so yeah, I was just saying that yeah, the album's available everywhere. Oh yeah, I was telling you about the wonderful chap in as a guy called Alfred who is an AI video expert over in Germany, and he kind of became well known because I'm sure you've heard of Kraftwerk,
Oh
the
yeah.
amazing group from the 70s and 80s, who's still sort of on the go. Um, they never had any pop videos really back then. So he decided he would make AI pop videos for them. And they are phenomenal. They're absolutely phenomenal. So I contacted him when I knew the album was coming out. And I said, hey, how do you fancy making a video for me? And as luck would have it, he agreed. So now we have also got the big single from the album. It's called "Out of My Mind," is now on YouTube. Again, under the moniker Little City, and he's made this just amazing video. It's kind of like a futuristic, strange planet with odd people wandering around and whales floating in the sky and things. But it's absolutely amazing, and he's kind of got me as well. So yeah, it's been a really really fun process. And as I say, I'm going on. I think it's Monday evening. I'm going to meet another friend in our local community, probably known to you. I'm not going to say who it is, to teach them to use these tools as well. As I say, so many people are sort of anti-AI at the moment, but I just love the fact that it's giving so many more people the opportunity to make music and to be creative. So it's kind of fun.
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
You know, I think everything can be abused. But the thing is, talent has to shine through somehow, and that's the most important thing. And so
yeah, I
you
agree.
must share all these links with me so I can share it to readers. No, because
Thank you.
you've made it sound so interesting. I can't wait to see this on YouTube, for instance. That'll be so much
Great
fun.
stuff. I'll
So,
be definitely sharing that with you.
so would you be doing any of these live? Any of these? Would you be doing a concert at all? or is
It's
that
not planned for the moment, but I'm not against it. I was
right?
thinking about that actually. It would be really fun to sing these songs myself. I mean, I'm not going to sound as good as the AI doing it. That's the only problem. But of course, the issue is then you have to find all the musicians and do, this, that, and the other. And I got a new, very, very full-time job here in Monaco, so it's kind
Oh,
of
wow.
time constraints as well. But never say never. I'd love to do some singing again at some point. At some point in the future, we'll see what happens.
Well, do you still do the July 4th um,
Um,
singing?
I haven't in a number of years, but yeah, again, never say never. We'll see what comes up.
Oh, that's really great. Well, thanks so much for sharing all that with us. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the videos and listening to the music. And I just want to, well, just say thank you so much, Louise, for sharing and spending some time with me.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much, Mike, for the invitation. It's lovely to catch up. Thank you.
Absolute delight. And now we're going to grin inanely at the screen while I search for the off button.
Okay.